Red means stop. Red traffic lights, stop signs in road traffic, brake lights and warning signals all have the color red, and they all have the same meaning in common. In a romantic context, of course, we don't want to hear about red flags, but see everything through rose-colored glasses. It is better not to make this mistake. You'll save yourself a lot of grief and lost time if you read between the lines and watch carefully how the new love develops. The hope of finally having met the right person, our lifelong companion, unfortunately makes us blind in a matter of seconds to all the little hints that try to convince us otherwise. Not everyone is looking for the same thing we are. Not everyone is sincere and means well with us. So the next time you get to know someone, be sure to do yourself a favor and pay attention to the 5 signals that might warn you about this type of relationship. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology in Mind, activate the bell for notifications, and get excited for new videos uploaded every day. Number 1. Jealousy. Jealousy is poison for any relationship, and when love is still young and fresh, this is especially true. A partner must give us security from the first moment. We should not even get the idea that we could be cheated on and deceived. After all, once this nasty thought is in our head, it infiltrates our heart and burns there like a powerful, all-consuming flame. Controlling behavior, baseless accusations, stalking on social media, and secretly checking your smartphone or email account are not expressions of love. They are evidence of low self-esteem, and above all, of the fact that this relationship is certainly not capable of giving us one thing: security. The reverse is also true, of course. If your new crush shows jealous tendencies, the signs for both of you are anything but favorable. Instead of holding hands and romantic walks towards the sunset, you're in for endless nights of tedious discussions and arguments. Number 2. Constant nagging and criticism. It's amazing how quickly it can happen in relationships that one partner suddenly no longer seems good enough for the other. After all, you might think that this love was found for a good reason. You once found the other person attractive and appealing, perhaps even irresistible. So what happens on the way from "I really like you" to "I don't find anything good and right about you anymore"? Because that's exactly how it sounds subliminally when our supposed loved ones start to no longer have a good word to say about us. Our appearance, the way we dress or speak, our circle of friends, and even our family are then under constant fire of criticism. There is almost no quicker way to stab our better half in the heart than to tell them that they no longer meet our standards. Number 3. Lying. How people deal with the truth says a lot about their character. Lying is a trait that you should not tolerate under any circumstances, even when it comes to trivial matters. Why? An excuse, white lie, or simple fib is nothing more than the cornerstone of how communication will continue in your relationship. If small lies come effortlessly to their lips, they have no problem with bigger ones either. This questionable talent is developed by constantly practicing it. It is not at all a question of why someone withholds the truth from us. The fact is, she or he does it. How is trust supposed to develop in this way? It is well known that trust is the key to the development of relationships. Number 4. Lack of willingness to compromise. You always meet at their place, although you have the more difficult journey, and actually also the nicer apartment. They always determine the weekly program. You have no say in it. Modern relationships function like contemporary forms of government. Democracy is the order of the day. Everything else is dictatorship. Such a glaring imbalance should give you pause for thought, especially when the other side stonewalls at the very beginning of a partnership, when you are usually still doing your best to help the other. Pay attention to the way you make decisions. It's not about winning. It's about both sides having equal rights and having their needs heard. If you are newly in love, pay attention to whether your suggestions are accepted or rejected. If only one person wants to be in charge, that person should stay single. Number 5, refusing to communicate. Communication is the key to successful relationships. Young relationships in particular benefit from many intensive conversations about everything, because this is the only way to get to know each other better. But be careful if your partner strictly rejects some topics and would rather let you die a fool than answer your questions. Very often, such artificial taboos are created around the topic of family and friends. You must not disregard this warning sign under any circumstances. If you have to keep your inner circle secret, you will probably no longer have any contact with them. Such stories always have two sides, but one of them makes itself suspicious by not wanting to talk about it. Exes are also sometimes silenced. Maybe there are still feelings involved, or there was no happy ending, but possibly an end is not even foreseeable, and you are just a consolation for the meantime. Today's conclusion: let your feelings speak, but not decide. New relationships either start smoothly and without a hitch, or they start bumping from the very first meeting and don't really seem to get off the ground. If the former is the case, you can basically rejoice. Everything that is easy is meant for you and should enrich your life. Everything that is laborious and difficult, on the other hand, you should enjoy with caution. Fate paves the way for those people who are meant to play a role in our world. But if it creates obstacles and puts rocks in our path, we'd better keep looking. Love likes it simple. If it becomes complicated at the very beginning, turbulence is to be expected, but no great feelings. And speaking of them, how do you feel in your new relationship? Very good or even just good is promising. Anything less than that sounds like a waste of time. That's it for today. Thanks very much, and see you soon.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description, where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.